Right, so a couple of videos ago, you may remember I reviewed some iPad accessories. And in that video, I specifically mentioned that you don't need accessories for your accessory. And I was talking about the Apple Pencil there. Today, however, I feel like I'm about to be proven wrong by my own statement, because what I have here is a case for my Apple Pencil for the iPad. I have a lot to say about this pencil, so sit back and let's get into it. So the biggest question that you're probably wondering is, why did I even pick one of these up? There are countless reviews saying that you don't need an Apple Pencil sleeve, you don't want these, they don't work, they're cheap, they don't work with the magnets on the iPad, they don't work for pairing. So there was a lot of reasons why I shouldn't have got one of these. But my biggest reason is as you can see here, owning the iPad for a long time with the Apple Pencil and taking it on and off and using it a lot has now caused a lot of wear and tear on both the iPad and the pencil where the magnetic attachment points are. I think I briefly talked about it in an older video as well. This is mainly due to dirt that gets trapped in between the pencil and the iPad, and sometimes when you take it off, it just so happens that the dirt kind of either pulls off the paint in a way, it's something like that. And for me, I'm someone who likes to keep their devices well maintained for longevity. And having these issues where now the paint's coming off and there's very obvious now wear and tear, as you can see, I really did not want that happening again. So I had two options. Option A, to get a thicker case that has a little kind of thin strip over the magnet area, because it's like an all-round case. So there's like an indent where you put the magnet, put the Apple Pencil on, you can charge it, or I just go for an Apple Pencil case. Now, honestly, because I had an iPad case and I didn't have an Apple Pencil case, I just thought I'd pick up an Apple Pencil one. So yeah, that's kind of the main reason as to why I've ended up going for that case. Alright, so now let's just go through exactly how it's been using one of these in my day-to-day life now. I've got to say, there are definitely a lot of pros with using one of these. There are a few cons that have only changed the way now I have to use my iPad with this new cover. Also, I'll get into that in a bit. But now though, let me just talk about some of the good things about the pencil. The first point is obviously the main reason why I'm getting it is protection on the actual pencil and on the actual iPad body as well. So now I know that there's no contact point between those two, so even if the magnets do get caught between these, there should be no damage done, cross fingers anyway. That's definitely a big positive to getting one of these. The second one is that it also just works as a grip as well. It makes the Apple Pencil noticeably thicker, and so when you actually go into your either drawing or writing mode and you feel it actually does feel got more bit weight to it. It feels a bit more like grippier and thicker as well. So I find drawing with it actually a nice change. It hasn't got that matte kind of slippery texture like the actual pencil does. So it allows you to kind of grip it for a long time and you don't feel like it's going to slip out or anything. So yeah, that's very good for the design. And obviously, as you can see here, you've got a cutout here for the double tap and also for the squeeze as well. So it makes it a lot better for recognizing. And yeah, something very nice about this case compared to other ones is that there's actually a strip here which is called magnetic, and this is what you attach it onto the iPad with. It's another thin layer of magnets just to give it more structural support. Alright, so let's just go through a few of the negative points about using a case, and I think a lot of these are very common now when it comes to Apple Pencil cases if you watch a lot of other reviews. My first one is the installation. It is horrid to put one of these on. So I haven't got a video or a clip of showing me how I did it, because honestly that clip would be about half an hour long, me trying to install it. And it honestly did frustrate me as well quite a bit, because the important thing about installing these is lining it up, as well as it's very, very stiff. So you're pushing the Apple Pencil through, but in the Apple Pencil it's like it just doesn't want to go through, so you're having to put a lot of pressure on it. You know, it's almost worrying because you've got all these special haptics and designs inside, and it feels like a fragile device. Overall, installation for all of these Apple Pencil covers are really horrid. The second thing I want to get to is actually compatibility. Now you may be wondering what I mean by this. I don't mean compatibility with other Apple Pencils because, you get the one whichever one it is compatible for. It's actually with the folio cases itself. As you can see here, putting the Apple Pencil on the top is fine. But when I try to close it and you close it with the flap, you can see that the flap just doesn't go all the way in. This is because the Apple Pencil cover actually makes the Apple Pencil more wider. So it means it basically just doesn't fit. It really does annoy me now because now I know I can't even use the flap when I'm using the Apple Pencil with the cover. So basically, if I took it to uni and I had it on there, I wouldn't be able to have the cover on. So in my bag, it would 100% just fall off and be flying around. So what I have to do is put it in a special case, like a tech pouch, for example, and then that just goes in my bag. It's really annoying to do because now it means I have to take out a lot more things now just to get to the Apple Pencil and my iPad. So yeah, that's probably the biggest negative point about the pencil, in my opinion. All right, let's get into the big question now. Should you get one of these or not? If this is a very difficult one because it's very hard to recommend something like these. The main reason to getting one of these is simply for protection. Obviously, you've got the protection of the Apple Pencil, but it's also, like I said before, the wear and tear of the pencil with the iPad when you keep connecting in and taking it off. That's probably the biggest reason why I would get one of these, because although, yes, it can cause issues with the case and it can cause issues, and obviously putting it on as well is quite challenging, I think having that protection there is worth it. I think what I would do is, if you're someone who's about to, get some of these accessories, preferably get your Apple Pencil cover first, have it here, have a feel for it, see what you like. If you know you want it, keep it and order a case that knows it's compatible with this. And you'll know if it is compatible when you read the images or the description, it will actually say it supports the Apple Pencil grips, which means it has a flap that's big enough to support the actual and increased size of the Apple Pencil. But yeah, other than that, if you're someone who doesn't really care about protection, this is also a very, very good product in terms of giving you a nice grip. Now, I know that there are specialized grips out there, like the one that's just attached to the front bit and they leave the rest of it exposed, which I have heard good things about those ones, that they actually do help. But honestly, I've just never liked the look of them. I just think if I had that on my Apple Pencil, it would just look so tacky. So my only option would be to get a case like this. So yeah, to some, it's preferably up to you. It's your choice, but I would 100% get one because even though there are the few issues with it, I think you'll value the pros of having one. The extra protection would come in more handy. And in terms of which one you should get, because trust me, I was searching a very long time on Amazon to try and find the right one for myself. A few reasons to why I picked this one is, one, the brand. Elago is a brand that I know pretty well. I have heard of them before. I've used some of their products years and years ago, and in terms of actually an Apple Pencil cover, they were the only known brands. A lot of them were just random kind of knockoff brands. So I thought I would go for this one because it's reliable. I also picked it because of the design as well. I really like how it gives it a more authentic Apple Pencil look, and I ended up picking this color because it complements my iPad quite nicely while also giving it nice contrast, and it also makes it look a bit more modern than the classic yellow. But yeah, I would 100% go for this brand and this type of cover because you'll find it's more aesthetically pleasing, and also brand is much more reliable and it's higher build quality than some of the other ones as well. Obviously, I'm going to say it, but the price, £15 this cost me, which it's not too bad, and for what I need it for, it should do the job. Right, so that about sums up this video. This was a quick, easy review of a simple product today. I have got some longer form videos coming up, so subscribe and stay tuned for those. While you guys are down there, please leave a comment for any future video suggestion ideas. Trust me, I read them all, and I'm really looking out for any new ideas, and if there's anything you would like me to review or test, please let me know. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later.